I'm Nick from Nick's Nerfs, and it's finally time to show you my arsenal. So I'll be showing you one series at a time, going through each gun and the amount that I have. To start with, we have Elite. So I have one Stockade, one Trilogy, one Hailfire, two Broken Retaliators, and one working one. Two Hailfires. One of them is modded, one of them I don't even know if it works. One Surgefire, a Dual Strike, a Strong Arm, two Crossbows that I think are both jammed, a Ruckus, my modified Hyperfire, four Fire Strikes. One of them is painted and the air restrictor is removed. Paint job is rubbish and now I'm using it as a test piece to test other paint. Two modified Strikes. This one is finished, but this one is halfway through being modified. Thus concludes the Elite portion of the video. So now I'm going to do all of my Vortex guns. So I have one Praxis, a Lumitron, a Vigilon. So I have four Nitrons. One of them is modified, four Protons. One of them is my modified one, and the other three are just stock. Thus concludes the Vortex portion. So now I'll show you my Mega Guns. A Thunderhawk, one Twin Shock, two Tri-Breaks, a Moto Strike. I have a Broken Magnus, a Cyclone Shot, a Thunderbolt, and a Big Shot. Thus concludes the Mega portion of the video. Now, I'll show you my Rebel guns. I have one Guardian Crossbow and a Sweet Revenge. Thus concludes the Rebel portion of my video. Now, all my N-Strike guns. One Crossfire, two Vulcans, one is my modified Strawberry Crux, a modified Whiteout Long Strike, a Nightfinder, a Blazing Bow, a Big Bad Bow, a Reflex, a Stampede, a Broken Recon. Don't dry fire guns that you took the air restrictor out of. I blew the back of the plunger out. A very poorly modified Long Shot. No, I didn't do this. Yes, I plan to resurrect. Now I have a full red Unity power system, which is the Titan, a Hornet, and a Scout. I also have a Yellow Scout, 8 normal Jolt, a Flywheel Jolt, 6 Maverick, and this one was my very first Nerf one. And I have 2 deploys. Thus concludes the N-Strike portion of my video. And now for all of my Zombie Strike guns. I have a Slingfire, a Hammer Shot, possibly the best sidearm Nerf is released. One Zombie Strike Dreadbolt, two Crossfire Bow. This one was done in a more wintry Christmas theme. And the Nail Biter. Thus concludes the Zombie Strike portion of my video. Now, my Doomlands gun. I have a double dealer and 2 Judges. Or the Judges, depending on if you want to be like that. Thus concludes the Doomlands portion of my video. Now for my AccuStrike guns, an Alpha Hawk and a Quadrant. Thus concludes the AccuStrike portion of my video. Now for my Modulus guns. I have a Regulator, a Recon Mark II, the Modulus ECS-10, because naming, and an Evader. Thus concludes the Modulus portion of the video. Now for my rival gun. First of all, I'm Team Blue. I have a Kronos and a Roundhouse. Thus concludes the rifle portion of my video. Now, for my Fortnite gun. An RL, or a rocket launcher, in the Ripley skin. Thus concludes the Fortnite portion of my video. Now, for my Ultra guns. I have an Ultra 2. Thus concludes the Ultra portion of my video. Now, for my Star Wars gun. I have a Captain Rex Blaster. Not technically Nerf, but it's Hasbro. Thus concludes the Star Wars segment of my video. Now, I'll show you my X Shotgun. 3 Bugshot Eliminators, 2 just standard, and then my modded one, which came out looking very nice. And the older style Vigilante, but it's the locking mechanism is broken. Still works fine. Put a bigger spring in it too. An X Shot Omega, a Reflex 6, a Max Attack, a Turbo Advance. Probably the best X-Shot gun ever. And I have the TK3, or the Tech 3. Thus concludes my X-Shot guns. And now for my Busby guns. Most importantly, I have a Tech 3, the double shot side by side, a double shot over under. This one is broken, however. I got it broken and I haven't been able to fix it yet. And a rapid fire tech. Now for my worker gun, the Hurricane. This is just a stock Hurricane for now. I will eventually put a LiPo in it because running off the 2 AA's is pathetic. Now, for my knockoffs. These are just all random knockoffy ones. A knockoff Stinger. The Hover Shot Floating Target Game Gun. 2 Blaze Storm Shotguns. A Raging Fire Electric Soft Bullet Gun. And a Raging Fire Barricade. It's actually just the moulding of a barricade with a retaliator or a recon barrel on the front of it that can't be removed. A superpower. Or it's that. But I think it's a superpower. I haven't got it to work yet, but it's one of these breech-loading snipery wannabes. I have a Super Splat. Doesn't shoot anything, so it's broken. Definitely broken. 2 Lightning Storms. Both of them came with their stock, which is amazing. If you're not familiar with a Lightning Storm stock, this is a Lightning Storm stock. One of the best stocks ever. Now the Super Savers. A Tornado Scream, a Squall Surge, and this one's a knockoff, but it's a water pistol power shot. This concludes the Super Savers. Now for my 3D printed guns. Yes, it's a different time of day, the recording didn't work. I have a Caliban. I got the hardware kit and printed the rest out myself. And I have half a Lynx, one of the projects that I need to finish but haven't got around to yet. And I have a gun that I am designing myself. That is also a project that I haven't got around to finishing yet. Thus concludes the 3D printed portion of my video. Now I'll show you my melee weapons. My life-sized Lego lightsaber. A worker katana sword-y thing. That concludes my melee weapons. Now, the other category, just a couple of fun things that I have. I have my candy cane blowgun. I have a Nerf USB stick, a little barricade. I have a mask, it's not the rival one. I also have 4 of the standard Laser X laser tag guns. So in these drawers, I have my standard magazine, and these ones are the more specialty Vortex Vulcan belts and drum. Then the water mags and some other attachments, or all of my attachments, and some knockoff rifle mags. This concludes the other category. This is what we're left with. An absolute monstrosity of a pile of guns. I calculated it and it's about 128. I say about because I might have pushed in a couple more or a couple less, but that's a lot. Do I need this many? No. Is it nice? Yes. Is it fun? Yes. That's my arsenal. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Consider subscribing, it means a lot. We'll see you in the next one. And stay tuned for my strife build that will hopefully be done in the near future. Say goodbye. More. And the last one might be a big shock. Couldn't have asked for that, better timing. I take it back, I missed the most important one that I was saving for last. This is gonna look so funny to watch. It's gonna avalanche. Avalanche. Okay, that's not too bad. I can live with that avalanche. Seriously, could you not come up with a better name than the modulus like? And 2, the judges. Because it's the judge, not just judge. And these are quite annoying to hold up like this. My review on it, just did it 2 weeks ago. Go have a watch. Find out if the Omega is really Omega. You can cut that out. Now for me vomiting. No? Too much? Okay. Thus concludes the X-Shot portion of the video. That's all my X-Shot guns, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the much anticipated Arsenal video that I've been promising for far too long and hadn't delivered yet. 2 years and a couple months ago I had 40. What's that, like 80 guns in 2 years? It's 40 guns a year. That's not too bad. It's nearly a gun a week. Okay, well, yeah, before I keep digging my hole, thank you guys very much for watching. Like, subscribe, My wall is really, really sad now, and my floor is covered. Yay! Now I've got to clean it up. Woo!